Hi guys, I am back with my monthly update. So let me just start off with my stats. I am 46 years old. I am 5'3". I had to do a 6-month supervised diet before my surgery, so that was in May of 2016. So it's been about 2 years since the first time I walked into that bariatric clinic. So that's kind of exciting. This is like my anniversary. So when I first walked in, I was 286.8 pounds. Then on my day of surgery, January 4th of 2017, I was 251.8 pounds. Today, I am 186 pounds. So I've lost approximately 100 pounds since the start of this whole process, and about 65 pounds since I've had surgery. I'm proud of that, even though if you really look at it, that is not a lot since I've had surgery, since I'm 15 months out, but whatever, I will take it. It's a 3-pound loss for the month. So I am happy with that. I am now about a pound and a half away from getting back down to my lowest weight since surgery, because I had regained just a few pounds out of stressful things that have been happening. And so for the month of May, I had done a calendar challenge in order to help get my weight back on track, but more importantly, to get my mind back on track mentally. You can't really deal with your weight if you're not right with your mind. And so my calendar challenge was to help me get used to being consistent and being on track again. And so I had a lofty goal of trying to be on track 95% of the time. And I did fail that. So yeah, I didn't make the 95% of the time. However, my calendar challenge was successful because I feel motivated, I feel energized, I feel on track, and that's exactly what I wanted to accomplish by doing the calendar challenge in the first place. So, mission accomplished. Let me show you my calendar just in case you didn't see my other calendar updates. So here I am for the month of May. I put numbers on here to show how many stars I missed on certain days. I also calculated that, so my goal was to be on track 95% of the time. It turned out I ended up being on track 88% of the time, which is really not all that bad. I did issue myself a second challenge. Stop! On May 22nd, I issued myself the challenge of getting 5 stars every single day until the end of the month. I almost did it. Here on Wednesday, just this past Wednesday, I did overeat with some popcorn and some wine. Now the stupid thing about that is that was the day before my weigh-in. Why didn't I just wait to do that on my weigh-in day instead of the day before my weigh-in? So actually, even though I was 186, I am sure that the scale is probably a little bit lower than that, because I'm sure that I was retaining a little bit of fluid because I hadn't had popcorn in several weeks. So whatever, the month is over. Overall it was a success and I feel very good about it. And so because of that, I have another challenge coming up for June. I just flipped it the wrong way. So let me first talk to you a little bit about what my mindset is now going into June. Now, I don't set time-based weight goals in general, but I do have a time-based wish. I have been in the 180s for 6 months. 6 months in the 180s. It's not a stall. I just have not really been on track. Plus, during that time was Christmas, New Year's. I went to Vegas for New Year's, and I had another Vegas trip. That's when I started dealing with all this nerve pain. So it's like I've had all of these different things that have happened in that period of time. They're excuses, they're not good excuses, but I am actually still proud of myself that I still maintained a really good weight. I didn't gain a whole bunch of weight. I mean, the most I gained was 5 pounds, and now it's almost off again, and that is really what is most important. But now it's really time for me to buckle down. I want to see the 170s. I'm tired of the 180s. So that's why I have a new challenge for June. Last month, it was a little bit more about my mind and staying consistent. This month, it's going to be a little bit more about my body, although most of my goals are really still exactly the same. So first of all, a new one, 7 hours of sleep. Everyone should know how important sleep is to actually maintaining your body weight, and it's also just good in general to give you energy so that you feel better. Everything is better when you have appropriate amount of sleep. When I say 7 hours of sleep, I mean according to my Fitbit that it says that I had at least 7 hours of sleep. So before I had meditation on here, I'm still going to continue my meditation. I just won't get a star for it. And as a matter of fact, I wanted to quickly show you for the month of May, my meditation app, Calm, C-A-L-M, keeps track of your streaks. So I only had 2 days in May where I failed to meditate, both on a Monday. And then now we're in June. I haven't meditated yet today. And so I'm hoping, even though I don't get a star for it, I'm hoping by the end of this month that I still keep my streak going. Please stop. There keeps being all these UPS trucks out there. Okay, so what else am I doing? So 2 liters of water, which is exactly the same. Please stop. 2 liters of water, 6,500 steps. So before, my goal was 6,000 steps. Now I've increased it up to 6,500 steps. Workout. So I was supposed to have a workout streak for last month. I failed that workout streak. It was supposed to be every day. I didn't do it every single day. But I did work out more last month than I have in a very long time. So I do consider that great progress. But now it's on the calendar. I get a star for working out, and I'm sticking with 50 total carbs again. For most of this whole process, I've been 50 net carbs, but I'm trying 50 total carbs again for the month of June. Now there's one additional new thing that I am trying for the month of, I was about to say for the month of June, but I'll explain that in a second. And that is intermittent fasting. So that is kind of a hot topic right now. I'm going to talk to you about my experience with intermittent fasting. Now the thing is that I had researched it in the past. Way before I'd ever had weight loss surgery, I had looked into intermittent fasting. I purchased 3 books on it. I don't now remember why I never actually did it, even though I had 3 books on it. I can't remember why I never actually did it, but I might have tried to do it, but it's really hard to do when you're on a regular diet to do intermittent fasting. So I might have tried it and failed. I don't remember. And that was before YouTube, and so now with YouTube, you can see how other people are doing, but then it was like just me in a vacuum reading these books and trying to do intermittent fasting. So I failed on it in the past, but there are some ideas that I still kind of took away with it. Mainly the idea of at least having a 12-hour fasting window every single day. So actually during this even during my 6-month supervised diet and during this whole process, I have tried off and on to have a 12-hour window. Now the thing is that even after having surgery, I still have hunger. I tend to wake up hungry. And so I wasn't always successful with it, and I didn't take it very seriously. So most of the time I would try to stop eating by 7 p.m. And if I did, then I would not eat again the next day until 7 a.m. But if I had some late night snacks or I stopped eating at 10, then I wasn't going to wait until 10 a.m. the next day to eat. So it was pretty much, if I had a successful evening with stopping eating when I was supposed to, then I would do the 12-hour fast. But if I didn't, I just didn't worry about it. And so, and I haven't really talked about it because, like I said, it's not something that I've consistently done, but it has been in the back of my mind this whole time. And I never really got serious about it because, you know, my weight has been going down, and I kind of think of it as going more hand in hand with keto, and I'm not keto, and I just thought that maybe I would struggle a lot with it, so I hadn't really thought about it again. However, I have been watching Voodoo Queen's videos, and I was very intrigued when she was talking about how it's helping with her inflammation and her rheumatoid arthritis. And that brought me back to some of the other things that I had read about intermittent fasting. Of course I want to use it to lose weight, but I'm really even more interested in it for the health benefits like reducing inflammation and reducing your incidence of cancer. You know, I'm still dealing with this nerve pain thing. It's much, much, much better. But because I've had it before in the past, it just seems like something that I'm going to be prone to. So I think I need to be working on doing things to help decrease my incidence of this. And I think the intermittent fasting is a really good way to go. So she also had mentioned the obesity code in one of her videos. And it is so funny because when I saw that video, I was already in the middle of reading a book called Why We Get Fat by Gary Taubes. And to me, the books remind me of each other. So then I did read the obesity code. So both of those books talk about, of course, the problem with obesity. And they do it a little bit differently, but still kind of come to the same conclusion that it's more about hormone levels and specifically insulin more than anything else that you possibly do. And I can't remember now if Gary Tubbs said to intermittent fast, but he did say it's definitely low carb, but I can't remember now because I read the books very close together, so it's messed up in my mind. But the point is, I read these books, I started looking again into intermittent fasting, and I decided to try it. So for the past week and a half, I have been very good with consistently doing my 12-hour fast. Then on top of that, water only fast. So then I've also been looking into water only versus if you do have like coffee with a little bit of cream in it, if that breaks your fast and all of this stuff, and or MCT oil, all of those different things. I think there are benefits to both. And so I'm kind of combining both of those things. Having coffee with a little bit of cream in it and MCT oil and even butter, like bulletproof coffee, helps a lot with cravings, and it helps you to make it a little bit longer in the day. And technically those should not spike your insulin levels, and so technically it's as if your body is still fasting, but of course you're not fasting because you are taking in some calories. But anyway, I'm doing a combination of both of those. I'm going to talk more about it in a later video. I don't want to spend so much time in this video, but basically at the 12-hour mark, it's just, you know, water for 12 hours. Then I've been having coffee with just a little bit of heavy whipping cream and MCT oil, and then I see how long I can go, usually just a couple more hours before I get hungry, and then I eat. So that's what I've already been doing. Now for the month of June, I'm going to start incorporating a little bit longer period of time, twice a week. So today actually is my first attempt. I'm right at this, 4 minutes away. 4 minutes away from 18-hour fast for today. I did fast, I did 14 hours water only, and then at the 14-hour mark, I did have some bulletproof coffee to help take me through these next 4 hours. I plan on eating, and after I do this video, I'm just very slowly going to build myself up to 24 hours, and then eventually 24 hours water only without the bulletproof coffee in there. Twice a week is going to be my goal. So that's something I'm going to slowly be working. Stop! that's something I'm slowly going to be working on, building up this entire month. I'm not in a hurry. I'm just going to see how my body feels doing it. Okay, I've been rambling. I think that is really it. I'm getting distracted by my dog. I was thinking about not weighing for the month of June, but I think what I'm just going to do is I'm going to weigh twice. I'm going to weigh once at the 2-week mark, and then I'm going to weigh once at the end of the month, and then that's going to be it. I'm going to come back to you in 2 weeks with my follow-up video to show you my calendar and how I'm doing and what the scale says. I will be doing some additional videos during the course of this month, though. I've decided that I'm going to do a week of breakfast, then a week of lunches, a week of dinners, a week of snacks. So one of those is going to be released every single week during the month of June. I'm also still going to be releasing my clothing videos. I just got this box, whoops, a few minutes ago. This is actually my second Stitch Fix box in a week. And I will explain that when you watch my clothing video, you will see that. Anyway, thank you guys for all of your comments. It really was so motivating last month to have so many people commenting and rooting for me. Thank you very much. Thank you to all of my old and new subscribers. And yeah, let's see what June brings. Bye.